Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TUBEBUDDY. I've used TUBEBUDDY for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TUBEBUDDY is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TUBEBUDDY and level up your channel faster. We working. Wow, David Benavidez is looking jacked, shredded, and ready to go for his upcoming fight. He's out in Big Bear. We're going to talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Hit the alerts if you want to stay up to date with my channel and the latest and greatest in boxing. Now I'm back with Egoweightwatchers, aka ILL, where I give you guys a look into the fighter lifestyle, before, after, and progress pics, especially when they have an upcoming fight. Saturday, March 13th, only on Showtime Boxing, is the return of former two-time champion David Benavidez. Now, it's unfortunate that I have to say former champion. David Benavidez is undefeated. However, he lost his belt twice due to things outside of an opponent beating him. First time he tested positive for cocaine, I guess like in his off season, he was partying crazy or whatever, and he had remnants in his system. So he lost his belt for that infraction. Cocaine is a banned substance. And then the second time recently in the pandemic, he lost his belt because he was unable to make weight. And the second time, it's hard to fault him fully, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but we were in the pandemic. It was the first card with Showtime, and they didn't have portable saunas. The regular gym facilities aren't open. You know, you can't just do whatever you want. You're in a bubble, and you're at the Mohegan Sun and all that. So it was just brand new time. So I'm sure it was a learning lesson. Now, in David Benavidez losing his belt the second time, it gave birth to Canelo's newfound quest for undisputed. When David Benavidez had that belt, you didn't really see Canelo and his team eagerly saying that they wanted to collect all the belts. As soon as he loses it, he's up for grabs. You know, him and the WBC and Canelo seem to be buddy-buddy. And now all of a sudden, when Benavidez is not a title holder, now Canelo says he wants to be undisputed. But I think we're getting to a point and a place in boxing where people don't just look at who has belts and things like that. We know the true warriors, the people who are trying to do right by their career and stuff like that, at least the people who follow boxing hardcore. So I'm definitely checking for David Benavidez, his next fight, Showtime, March 13th. I feel bad for him in a way because he should be getting a Canelo fight. And, you know, instead of average Pilgrim and Caleb Smith getting the opportunity with Canelo and the WBC belt, it really should have been him. Nonetheless, he's fighting Ronald Ellis. And man, I've seen some recent pictures. He's working with the strength and conditioning coach in Big Bear. So he's from Arizona, but he's training out there, and he looks to be in mighty great shape. This, to me, from what I can recall, is the best that we've seen David Benavidez in shape-wise. And that's usually a good sign. We know he has skills. We know he hits hard. We know he's powerful. But just to see him after that disappointment of losing his belt on the scale and, you know, giving birth to Canelo's quest and title run or whatever that transpired afterwards, is good to see Benavidez locking down, honing in, and really taking his career seriously because he has the natural talents. You know, he has the natural talents. I also think, because I've seen early pictures from him when he was a child, he looked like he was a big kid, portly, big bone, whatever you want to call it. So it might be more of a battle and more of a conscious effort if your genetics, you're just naturally a bigger person, you know what I'm saying? Naturally carry the weight, or most of your life you carried weight. So it's good to see him locking down because he has all the skills, he has all the talent, and there's so many great fights for him. He would not want to be considered for any of these fights because of an error in judgment or miscalculation again. So I like it. It looks like he's locked in. He's done a couple promotional interviews. He said he wants to fight Caleb Plant. He said even if Caleb Plant gets the Canelo fight, he still wants to fight him, even if he loses to Canelo, because he doesn't like the dude. He said he doesn't like Caleb Plant. He wants to hurt him regardless, and he wants to settle that score. So One thing you got to give credit to Benavidez outside of this Ego Weight Watcher video and the shape that he looks like he's in. I mean, for God's sake, the man has a six-pack. I don't really remember the last time where he had like a visible six-pack, you know, so he's really must be putting in work and staying the course. But the other thing that I like and I think fans can identify with a guy like David Benavidez, he got that mean streak and he's no nonsense. He looks like he really wants to smoke. When he says he wants to fight Canelo, he says he'll fight Edgar Berlanga, says he'll fight Caleb Plant, says he'll fight Jamal Charlo. I truly believe him. He's one of the people in boxing, when he calls out a person, I really believe him. There's a lot of guys who say they want this or say make the fight, and I don't believe that that's their true intent. David Benavidez is not on that list. I think he's a throwback fighter, and he's like, I'm not going to say cocky, but he's just confident. He knows his style. He's comfortable. He knows he's put in the work, and he's sparred with legendary people. Like the people he sparred with, Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez, Kelly Pavlik, Gennady Hanogaz, Max, Triple G Golovkin, right? He's been in there with all the top names like that. So I think he's just trying to put it all together, and he's just looking for the big fights. So hopefully after the Rondo Ellis fights, he could get one of those massive fights that really put him on the map and give him the exposure and the paycheck and, you know, just the opportunity to prove himself at the grand scale. Because from what I could see, I don't see Ellis really posing too many problems for David Benavidez. I think he's on another level. But that's just my opinion. We'll see how it all plays out. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Ego Weight Watch.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.